Welcome to Finally Fettled, the podcast where cannabis meets conversation and maybe a little chaos.
We're your hosts,
Jackie
and Tori, here to keep it real about our cannabis journeys, share some laughs, and potentially even drop a little knowledge along the way.
We're all about making cannabis fun, approachable, and a bit less intimidating, whether you're a seasoned smoker or just kinda curious.
So sit back, spark up, and let's explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Responsibly, of course. Let's get this sesh started.
Do not use cannabis if you're under the age of 21. Keep cannabis out of the reach of children. Please consume responsibly.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Finally Fettled.
Today we are getting fettled with edibles. Hey.
I love edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of the edibles. Guys, today we are consuming responsibly some Soundview live resin pink lemonade gummies.
They're delicious.
They are so good. They are 4.6 milligrams each. I am obsessed with Soundview.
Nick and Kelsey, we love you.
They are the nicest people.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yes.
We have to get them on the pod.
Yes.
So guys, Trader Joe's. Do you know what I have done? And you know, this always goes one of two ways.
Yeah.
Taking an edible before going to Trader Joe's.
No, she didn't.
You are either going to have the greatest time, find amazing things, find like the best cheeses, all the snacks, all like the hidden gems, or it's going to be so chaotic and so overwhelming, and everyone's going to be bumping into you.
I hate when it's like that.
I hate when it's like that.
And it's like, it's always like that. And can I just like real quick about Trader Joe's? Guys, like a staple in my home is the sweet potato gnocchi, okay? It's got like a rosemary like butter sauce with it. Sweet Italian sausage, you do it with it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Guys, did something crazy the other night. I added so much spinach and it was amazing.
I have been influenced by you with that one.
Yeah. A lot of Trader Joe's employees, like in this area in Connecticut and Manchester, West Hartford, they with fine fettle.
I know, that's right. I love to make my own edibles.
Yes, okay. What do you make them with?
I love doing it with an RSO oil.
Me too.
It's so easy.
Tell me your process. I'll tell you mine.
I do a lot of different things. I am a horrible baker, so I'm not like a brownie or a cookie person.
Yep.
So I lately have been just taking the RSO syringe and just infusing chocolate. So I like just melt down the chocolate and then I just like squeeze out the syringe and like mix the RSO oil into the melted chocolate.
Yep.
And then I will do like chocolate covered strawberries, or I've done frozen chocolate covered bananas. I have like little molds that I just make little chocolate pieces out of. I've done bark, you know, where
you like bark. I love a bark.
Yeah, it's so good. Like an infused bark. It's so good with like candy canes, pretzels, Oreos, you know, the whole thing. But what do you do with the RSO?
I do the brownies. I'm very specific. I get the Pillsbury family size fudge brownie mix. Okay.
Okay.
I get the 1,000 milligram syringe of RSO. Sorry guys, I'm a little fettled. What was I talking about?
Your brownie recipe.
Yes. The brownies. Okay. So, the Pillsbury mix. Okay, guys, it has to be that one. I promise. Just listen. Still listen to me. You get the syringe of RSO. You throw that baby right into a pot of water that you're letting warm up on the stove. Yes, listen to me.
Wait.
You're looking at me crazy. You're looking at me crazy.
The whole thing. Like, don't squeeze it out.
Don't squeeze it out.
The whole thing.
Take the entire syringe, throw it in a pot of water that's warming up.
Okay.
It doesn't need to get to a boil. Just, like, let it warm up for a couple minutes, okay? You get your brownie batter all mixed together. And then, by the time you're done doing that, you take your little syringe out of the pot. You're going to want to probably take it out with, like, tongs or something. It's going to be hot.
Uh-huh.
And then the RSO oil in there gets nice and melted. So when you squeeze it into your batter, it incorporates evenly.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
That is such a good idea.
And, So, I do that brownie mix. I use a mini muffin sheet. So I get 30 mini muffins, and I use a 1,000 milligram syringe, and 30 milligrams is like my sweet spot. So that's what
all the brownies end up being. And then I just individually wrap them and put them in my freezer and just take them out as I want them. Oh, and I always add chocolate chips just to get rid of that, like, super, like, planty kind of flavor that it can have sometimes.
I like that. I know some people don't. I like the flavor.
Yeah. I don't mind it, but I feel like chocolate chips just help it taste.
You need the
better.
chocolate chips either way.
Yeah, I love the chocolate chips. So
that sounds so good. Next time you make them, you have to bring me one. Back in the day, OG med patients, you'll appreciate this. Back in the day, they had the Pagodi tincture.
Pagodi, yes.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved the Pagodi. I would put it in, like, soups, and I like the taste of cannabis. Some people don't, but I personally like it, especially if you had, like, a nice earthy soup. It was like a great... And I love to just add, like, a little tincture into, like, coffee or something.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and honestly, we should probably explain what RSO is.
I was just going to say, guys, for those of you that don't know, we've been talking this entire episode about RSO oil.
Yeah.
This is a very highly concentrated full spectrum extract. So they basically take the entire plant and just, like, mush it up into this oil that is so strong and so potent.
Yep.
You only need a small tiny amount. I remember when I worked at the medical dispensary, the pharmacist there would tell patients, you only need to take a grain of rice.
Yes, exactly.
The grain of rice, that's all you need.
Yep.
And it'll get the job done.
Right.
But it's so easy and fun to cook with.
Yeah, and a little goes a long way.
Because I think when I worked as a bud tender in the medical store, I had a lot of med patients who needed higher potency edibles, and nobody knew that you could, like, cook with RSO.
It's such a game changer.
And we have CBD RSO as well, which is amazing. RSO is so good for pain, but it's so useful for people who really need that, like, higher potency to get what they need out of it.
Right.
And it's just really important to know, which I don't think people realize when they're cooking with it. You just need to get it nice and warm so that it turns more liquidy and, like, incorporates easier into whatever you're
and the
making.
syringes are the easiest thing in the world. You just empty them out, you're good to go.
That's what I love about it, and that's why it's, like, such a good, like, cost-effective option.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so versatile. Like, you could put it directly on your skin for people who have, like, pain, any type of pain.
Okay, guys, I gotta tell you something. Okay, I got influenced, guys. I am in a cannabis and coffee group on Facebook, and I keep seeing people posting about putting RSO in your belly button.
I need to know what happened. I need to know how this went.
Dude, it works. Like, you don't feel high. Your body feels so good, and the RSO just, like, absorbs into your belly button. Like, I still had to, like, wash out my belly button, you know. But it was fine, and, like, yeah, it works. Like,
wow.
Like, if you, I mean, I'm not a doctor or somebody who can, like, recommend medical advice, but I suggest trying it if you are in a lot of pain. It's also, like, it's really good for menstrual cramps. That's, like, another reason why a lot of people use it, specifically in the belly button.
I'm really happy you tried this because I have been so interested to know if it actually works or not, so I'm glad you did it for me.
Yeah, so you definitely don't feel any sort of head high, but I would say definitely a nice
because
chill body high.
That makes sense. The thing for me with edibles is I cannot take them on an empty stomach. I need to have something in my stomach, otherwise they do not absorb. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you told me that, and now I feel like it's same. And I never realized, but I feel like same.
Mm-hmm. All right. But if we're going to talk about edibles, you know me. You know we must talk about seltzers.
With the seltzers, guys. She does not quit.
I am obsessed with the seltzers. I can't go to the dispensary and not buy a seltzer.
No, I've never met somebody who loves seltzers the way this girl does.
I love like regular seltzers to begin with. Always been a huge seltzer girly. Yep. So then once I found out they started making THC infused ones, I was like sold.
Done.
Like no question. But I also will get the select
squeeze.
Yeah, the zero proofs.
Yep.
And I will add a squeeze to
that's
the seltzer.
Girl.
And it's like,
girly pop? What?
listen.
Okay.
See? I'm going to convert you.
So, I tried these capsules that we have in Massachusetts. They're Well-Cap capsules. 0 sugar. It's just like a little oil-filled capsule that you take. 5 milligrams of THC, 10 milligrams of CBN.
Wow.
Love it.
Oh, nice.
10 out of 10 recommend. And, like, it's just so nice to have a sugar-free option.
Yeah.
You know?
I do take a capsule for CBD every day.
That's nice.
And it's the same thing. It's just like pure CBD oil in the capsule. And I do really like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I think what's really cool is there are brands coming out with low-dose options or microdose options.
Yep.
I know Happy Confections in Connecticut.
So good.
They have, I think they're like 2.5 milligrams of THC with some CBD or something in there too, which is also a really good alternative on the other end of the spectrum for people who are looking for a lower dose.
Right.
Because some people, don't want to get that head high feeling.
Right.
They just need like a little bit, to kind of take the edge off.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more into my low dose era. Low doses are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
what do
nice.
the kids call it? Microdosing?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. It's really, I love like a nice, like low dose 1-to-1.
Yes.
I think like it gives you just like the perfect amount of just like balance.
And I guess that is also kind of the point of this podcast. Like,
exactly.
Like we want people to know like there's like so many options of how you can consume and what you consume, and you can really control it and make it work for your body,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing is everyone is so different. So your dosage is going to be different. What your preference is in terms of strain, sativa, hybrid, indica is going to be different. The way you consume it.
Right.
And you can really tailor it, like you just said, to your preference, the effects you're looking for. And it's just like so different than it used to be, because you can go in. And we definitely are going to have an entire episode about terpenes because...
Yes. Absolutely.
We were talking about this the other day. If I don't see the terpene information listed on a strain, then I am significantly less likely to buy it.
I know.
Unless I know the brand.
I'm like such a terpene snob now.
For real.
What's your top 3 terpenes?
Easy. I am obsessed with limonene. Give me anything high limonene and I'm buying it.
Same.
I like some pinene,
I don't. Pinene I stay away from.
That is a very controversial terpene.
Yeah. I can do a little bit, you know.
Pinene does give people anxiety sometimes. It can be one of the anxiety-inducing terpenes, but I just love being stimulated. Yeah. So I really, really like pinene, and I want to be able to, like, function and do things.
Yes.
So I try to stay away from anything with linalool.
I love linalool.
I cannot do it.
I love it so much. That's my favorite terpene.
I immediately fall asleep.
Oh, guys, for me, just, like, so relaxed. Just, like, calm. It calms me so much.
Yeah, I like myrcene. It's like a happy medium. I won't, like, fall asleep,
it makes
but
me
I feel
so
relaxed.
hungry, though.
Yes, that is true.
I used to try to get people to remember... like myrcene, like, because some people really would come in to the store and be like, what is something that will, like, help me be hungry? So to get people to remember myrcene, I would say Munchie's myrcene.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
And
people, that caught on.
That's a good trick.
Yeah.
Do you know that humulene, though, is an appetite suppressant?
Yes. I love me some humulene. Yeah. And I feel like humulene, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it makes me really giggly.
Really?
Yes.
That is so funny.
Anything high humulene, I giggle.
That is so funny. I'm going to try and find something that has a lot of humulene so I can test that out.
Yeah.
A nice limonene humulene mix, that would be
that would be
a beautiful strain.
That sounds nice. And just like a touch of linalool.
Maybe.
We just said we were going to have a terpenes episode, and now we're just talking about terpenes.
This is it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We can get into it a little bit more in a later episode.
Yeah.
But guys, terpenes are very important.
Yes. Terps.
But yeah, going back to the edibles, Jackie, what is your favorite edible right now?
Right now? Like today?
Yeah. Mine changes every day, so might as well today.
No, I The Juanas 5-to-1s.
You love the 5-to-1s. You talk about them all the time.
Guys, when I had a root canal, the Juana 5-to-1 saved my jaw from hurting all the time. Those 5-to-1s really helped manage my pain during that time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, root canals are painful, you guys.
I haven't had one, but I believe that.
Yeah.
My latest obsession is the Wyld Gummies.
Oh, yes, I know. Yep, she is a wild girly for sure.
I have not stopped talking about these.
Yeah, they
I
are
am
good.
obsessed.
They slap, honestly. And I love how they come in 10 milligrams and you can rip them if you want to. But
I love that.
Yeah.
Because 10 right now is kind of like my dosage.
Yeah.
And I just am obsessed with their packaging, too. It looks like a cute little, origami box.
Yes, it is. It's so nice.
I love the Wilds. I love how they have, different variations. They have a lot of one-to-one options. They have a lot of, sativa options, sleeping options.
I have the grapefruit, not rosemary. What am I saying?
Rosemary gummy. There is a rosemary grapefruit seltzer by Cann that I'm obsessed with. I love those.
I love anything rosemary.
Me too.
Honestly. We had rosemary bagels this morning, you guys.
All right. Well, friends and family, I think that's a wrap for
we mostly
the episode today.
We talked about a lot of food, infused and non.
Listen, Fettled.
Fettled. Did we just make up a word? We're Fettled this morning.
Fettled with edibles.
Fettled with edibles.
Fettled.
Guys, we just made a word. Well, Tori did, really.
All right.
Okay, thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks so much for listening to our episode today. Please follow us
on Insta at Finally Fettled, X at FineFettle420, and tell your friends. Look out for us. Get Fettled today. But also, make sure you please consume responsibly.
Do not use cannabis if you are under the age of 21. Keep cannabis out of the reach of children. Please consume responsibly.